Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dirt Grain Steel. So we got a river project all done that we've been working on, and for a long time I've been looking for a truck or a dump truck or a truck to build a dump truck out of. Single axle dump truck was my plan. Well, we got done with the river project. We were heading home one night and I was on the old marketplace and I came across a GMC General that I thought that would be the perfect truck. Well, I went and looked at it. It had an aluminum frame. Didn't want that. Didn't want to deal with aluminum frame, putting a dump box on it. So, while we were there, the guy's like, well, I got two other trucks. Well, Mama said no more trucks. Well, Dad and I and Alex came home and said, Mom, we found some trucks. And she's like, well, I guess you guys can have them. So here they are. Got a 1989 T800 with a 400 big cam Cummins in it, 13 speed, 8-bag air ride. This is going to be my new little boy truck. We're going to get her all cleaned up. Got a few minor things we're going to fix. Put some new drive tires on it. Brakes are all almost new. It's a hell of a good deal on this truck. It's got the tall fifth wheel on it. It's already got a wet kit on it. The only thing we're going to add is we're going to do dual exhaust on it. We're going to get the air conditioner working because it's mostly intact, but one line's unhooked. So we're going to get the air working on it. It's got LEDs all the way around it already, and it's got a fairly new paint job on it. So it's going to be my new little boy truck. But the exciting part is this 349 1987 Peterbilt. This thing is cool. I bought this as a project truck. It runs, but it's got an issue. It's got a 3306 cat in it with a 9-speed. The motor in it right now is getting a lot of oil in the exhaust, and it's a lot of oil. So I'm going to be tearing this motor down, seeing what's going on with it. If I don't want to fix it, a buddy of mine's got a 3306 that he took out of a quad axle. It wasn't enough horsepower. So I'm going to probably get that engine and throw in this truck. But this truck, I know it's got a few cracks in the fiberglass hood, but this truck has the Corvette style dash in it. And this cab is perfect. The door panels are perfect. The dash is perfect in it. There's no cracks in the plastic. All the switches are there. Everything works. The air or the heater controls all work. I haven't had it running long enough to see if the air conditioning works, but I did find under the hood there's a tag that said that Great Lakes Peterbilt in 2000 converted it over to R134A refrigerant. So that's a good sign. But the headliner is perfect. The radio works. Horns work. Turn signals work. Everything works in this truck. This truck is absolutely amazing. I couldn't pass it up for $2,500. So the plan is for this truck, what I'm going to be doing with it is it's not going to be a semi-tractor. I am actually going to get a 13-foot long contractor bed for it with flip down sides, so I have a dump bed and a flatbed. Of course, we're going to pull the fenders off, pull the fifth wheel off, put the hydraulic pump on the truck to raise the bed. We're going to do all that. I'm going to paint this truck black, put it on aluminum wheels, put some good lugger tires on it. Going to go with the 10-inch wide steer tires on it, so it's got that big beefy look to it. And it's going to be my stone delivery truck for the gravel business. And I'm going to pull probably a tag trailer with it, haul the Bobcat around or mini excavator with it. So this truck's going to be cool when it's all done. Now, the mind-blowing part of this whole deal with this truck is this binder has everything in it from 1987. Like, this is the odometer mileage statement. When it left the Peterbilt dealer, it had 80 miles on it. And that was probably just delivering it to the dealer. But, I mean, everything is in here. There's even tickets from the drivers that drove it, like warning tickets and stuff for like taillights out or broken spring or stuff like that. It's got all the information for the transmission in here, the Horton air clutch for the engine fan, the warranty bulletins. This just blew my mind when I seen that it had all the paperwork since 1987 in this book. All the service records. The cool thing is, I've read through there, and the driver's side door, for example, for the longest time they couldn't get it to lock with the key lock outside, and it went back like 3 times before they got it right, and it was just because the linkage was bent. So another thing, there was a hose clamp that was broke, and like the first 2,500 or 3,000 miles, that hose clamp broke, and it was allowing the lower radiator hose to leak. I mean, just cool stuff like that, that it went back for warranty. You know, you'd never know about that if they didn't keep such good records of information. But I've got the exhaust all apart because I was diagnosing the issue that it had. But this thing is just, the frame is perfect on it. There's no rust on the frame, no flaking, no nothing. The brakes all the way around on this truck are in really good shape. This thing is just kind of, to me, kind of the holy grail of 349s. And a 349, of a lot of what I've read, the 349 was never really sold as a semi-tractor. They were made for dump truck use and concrete mixer use, for rear discharge concrete mixer. So kind of cool that this truck actually made it to be a semi-tractor. And with the 3306, I know it pulled just a small lowboy, is what I was told that it pulled all the time. But it must have been a self-contained lowboy or an air-operated lowboy, because it doesn't have a wet kit on the truck. So, but I guess with a small trailer with a 3306, it wouldn't be too bad to pull a small trailer. But if I was to pull a grain trailer with 1,000 bushel in it, it would be under horsepower, I think. I mean, you could do it. That's what the owner did when I bought it, was they had it on a hopper bottom hauling grain. But to me, that's not enough horsepower. So, and for what I'm going to do, a 3306 is going to be plenty of power for just a dump bed and pulling a tag trailer. So it'll work out great. I'd really like to fix this engine that's already in it, just because this is the one that came with the truck from factory. I'd like to keep it all original when it comes to that. But I also, realistically, I don't want to get a lot of money in overhauling a motor, you know, and when I can go buy one for $1,500, $2,000 that came out of another truck, you know. So we'll see what happens. But I do want to paint this truck. I really thought about putting it back its original color, but I really want to paint it. I really want to paint it black, put some nice aluminum wheels on it, because I think the black would just make this truck pop. I'd like to put all new LEDs on it, all the way around it, add a few lights. Gonna fix this hood, or see if I can fix it. If not, I'm gonna try to find a different one. But this is just gonna be a fun little truck, I think. But I mean, the frame is just, it's amazing that it's in such good shape for being an 87. You know, there's just no flaky rust anywhere. The nice thing is, the truck is on spring ride, but the cab is on air. So that's a plus. And being on springs, it's going to be a little easier to put my bed and stuff on it, because I don't have to fight all the air lines and everything from the air ride and all that stuff. So it's going to be a pretty simple truck to do the conversion. The nice thing is, the batteries are already down here in the box. I can just strip the whole deck off, take the fifth wheel off, take all this off. We're already down to bare frame to put a bed on. So thing's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. This truck's gonna be cool when it's all done. We're gonna get the rims polished up for it, get new nut covers, all that. Polish the tanks, polish it all up. I gotta put radio in it yet. There's just a few minor things like the Horton air clutch we're rebuilding right now. The bearing was out of it. But this one actually has a true 400 big cam in it. My 1981 Kenworth W900A, it's got a 350 in it. I don't think that's a true 400 that's in that truck. I was told it was a 400, but I don't think it's a true 400 because after driving this one feels like a true 400. So anyways, if you're interested in these projects, seeing these trucks come back to life, give me a like and a subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned because this truck's going to be cool when it's done. This truck's going to be cool too when it's done. So, but anyways, I'll see you on the next one.